Hi, my name is Bob Wagner from Stafford, Virginia. I race motorcycles with Wira and do track days with N2 with the support of my sponsors AXO, Dunlop, Vortex, Shorai, GoPro, and braking. I got a pit crew that consists of my wife Mila and my 4-month-old daughter Leah. I went to George Mason University and I'm currently working as a contractor on Marine Corps Base Quantico supporting S&T development. So I first got involved with motorcycles around 2004. Really didn't have any experience with motorcycles other than my dad's Harley throughout high school. Had no interest in racing. I went up to Ohio and visited one of my cousins, and he just, on the fly, bought a little Ninja 500, and I thought that was really cool. So 2 weeks later, doing minimal research, I went out and bought myself a 2002 Gixxer 600, having no idea that that was a bike designed for racing. And again, had no interest in racing in particular other than just going fast on the freeway. In 2005, I was browsing around my local dealership, and one of the sales reps came up to me and asked if I was going to be watching the MotoGP race at Laguna Seca. He said, hey, it's a big deal. It's the first time they've been in the U.S. in the last 10 years. American riders should be doing pretty well. I said, hey, yeah, I'll check it out. So I sit there and I'm watching, and Nicky Hayden wins the race. Colin Edwards gets second, and I'm like, man, this is really cool. And then seeing Suzuki's out there and whatnot, and I'm like, the very first thing I did when I got done watching was get on the bike and try to ride and lean off the bike like they did. So from there, I got into AMA, started following that series, went down to VIR in 2006 to watch an AMA race, and then I asked someone just standing there at turn 14, and I said, hey, how can I get on the track? I mean, how do we do this? And he referred me to Nesva, now N2. And he gave me the website and told me to check them out. So I went there, went to the website, checked it out, and 2 months later I was on the track and absolutely fell in love with it. So ever since then I've been motorcycle, road racing all the way. So last season, 2014, I had a pretty good year. I won the Wira 600 Superstock Novice Mid-Atlantic Championship. So had a really good time doing that. Learned a whole lot. It's fun riding with with this group of guys up there at the front, fighting for podiums and wins every race. So this year, 2015, I'm going to be an expert. So I'm going to be riding with some faster guys. Probably going to get a little humbled, but I'm really looking forward to it. Everyone gets faster when they're running with the fastest guys in the area. So the goal is this year is just to do some local rounds, Summit Point, and VIR, and hopefully Dominion Raceway if they're able to get on the calendar this year. Yeah, just do some local rounds, get my feet wet as an expert, but do a whole bunch of track days. I'd probably stick within the Virginia, Pittsburgh, New Jersey area. So do VIR, Dominion Raceway, Summit Point, New Jersey Motorsports Park, and Pittsburgh International Race Complex. So my favorite race, or best race, was at VIR last season, racing with Wira. I crashed in the morning practice. I only got about 4 laps in total. So I didn't have too high expectations for the very first race, but I ended up getting a pretty good start. And I was fighting for second place for a few laps, and once I broke away from that guy, I started reeling in the lead bike, who was about maybe 3 seconds ahead. And I was in striking distance within the very last lap. I saw the white flag, and I was pacing him, and I knew I could get him on the brakes underneath the bridge going into turn 7. And that's what I did. It was pretty close. He was looking back at the video. He was right on my rear wheel. But I got him, and I got the win after only 4 laps of practice. Hadn't been to the track in a year, so I was pretty excited about that. So Dominion Raceway, from what I've heard, mainly it's on social media, on Facebook. It looks like it's going to be a great facility. I mean, you got everything there. You're going to have an oval track for NASCAR fans. You're going to have a road course for guys like myself, and then you're going to have a drag strip, which is great. And I'm looking forward to that because I'll be able to practice my race starts on that. So that would be a lot of fun doing in between race weekends. but just having it so close, I mean, literally right off the freeway, just 20 miles from Stafford. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean, my wife is gonna get frustrated with me. I'll be spending so much money and trying to go to every event because it's so convenient. And the great thing is I'll just be able to drive up the street and go to sleep at night and then wake up in the morning and head down. So if I could pick any bike I wanted, I'd probably go with the brand new 2015 Yamaha R1. I mean, the technology that's on that bike is unbelievable, and to have all that stuff out of the box, can't beat that. It's from what I hear, it's like riding a 600 with a 1,000 cc engine in it. It's just, yeah, R1. That's what I do.